Today we are with Rick Miller. Rick's been in for a few months, actually just about going on his fourth month, I believe. Is that right, Rick?
Yes, it is, Dr. Len.
Great, thank you. And I am thrilled to have you on the call today. Rick, how long have you been in practice?
As a financial advisor, Dr. Len, I've been doing this for 11 years.
11 years, great. And can you tell me, over the last 11 years or so, what have you done to market yourself, your practice, or your services?
Well, it'll probably be more a question of what haven't I done.
Okay.
I've used a variety of seminars. I've used, tried to develop referral systems. I have used direct invitations, to meet potential clients one-on-one for dinner or lunch. I've used appointment setting systems, so there isn't too much that I haven't tried.
Excellent. Well, obviously, you need to be commended on your willingness to try to put marketing efforts in place to help you grow. And so, with that said, you came upon our service, and I imagine something piqued your interest. So, maybe tell me a little bit more about why you decided to join our service.
Well, the thing that really got my attention was, frankly, your presentation and your whole approach to generating business for professional financial advisors. It just struck me as different. You struck me as genuine and unique, and I figured, what the heck? I've spent so many $1,000s in the past. At the very worst, it's a business expense I can write off.
By the way, one of the reasons why I remember you said you wanted to join, in addition to, this is the worst case scenario, was some of the results that you had produced in the past as a result of the other marketing efforts weren't really working the way they used to. Would you say that was an accurate statement?
Oh, unquestionably.
Okay, good. So you came on board, you decided to give you a try, and so can you share with me and everybody a little bit about what's happened since you decided to join our service?
Sure, I'd be happy to. The biggest problem is going to be figuring out exactly where to start. I can tell you that, number one, the folks that you've got working for you that make the appointments are very, very good.
Thank you.
They are thoroughly professional. I've gotten I've gotten compliments on them from, I would say, 50% of the people that I've met so far.
Wow, nice.
That's really a testament to the system you have in place, the people you hire, how they're trained, and the fact that they really have, they've got a mission that they obviously believe in, and they execute it very well.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. I probably have had about 7 or 8 meetings so far, and I've got almost that many booked for the future. In terms of actual dollars that I've generated, it's a little early for that. I do have one client that a pair of CPAs sent me, a young a pair of university educators, husband and wife, and I had this was a first appointment meeting, just to get to know them and their practice and what I do, and we hit it off so well that they said, well, we're going to send you so and so right away.
Great.
And they did that. Met with these folks, and they are clients. So, if based upon what I anticipate doing for them, that probably will be worth to me somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 over the next 12 months.
That's fantastic. Not a bad way to start after your first few months.
Right, that's not. The other thing is on one of the estate planners that your folks hooked me up with. This is a guy who is one of the 3 founders of a 65 person high-end law firm. Again, it was just one of these things where he and I hit it off beautifully. We've had lunch twice after the initial meeting. I have given him some insight into some of the things I can do for his high net worth clients. And number one, Dr. Len, he is going to become a client personally.
Great.
And secondly, we have also, I haven't communicated this to your gal Teresa yet, but he just agreed over the last week to set up a dinner with himself, myself, the other two original partners, and 6 of their top clients.
Wow.
So for me to say I'm pleased would be the wildest understatement you can imagine.
So when you say, just so I can get even more excited than I already am, when you say 6 big top clients, as big as clients, I imagine we're talking in the millions here.
Absolutely.
Well, again, thrilled to hear about it. Let me ask you a question that I don't have the chance to ask too many of my VIP guest hosts that come on board. But one of the things we went over when you first got started is your positioning statements. I know you said you were in the business as a financial advisor for the last 11 years. Do you feel that what you and I went over when you first came on board, we had that first conversation, do you feel that that has empowered you to go in and have a more thorough, more complete conversation with these professionals? And if the answer is yes, do you feel like that has helped you sort of endear yourself to these professionals faster than if you didn't have those statements?
Dr. Len, that is absolutely 100% the case. For me, at least, it was very unique. It was a very succinct way of presenting myself and what I do. It was kind of like anticipating objections in advance and knocking them out of the way by your early words, your presentation. I've felt calmer going into these meetings, and it has worked marvelously.
Great, fantastic. Well, that makes me feel good, and I'm thrilled to hear about it. Well, listen, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I've loved having you on board, and I'm sure a lot of the financial advisors have enjoyed listening to your story thus far. Listen, is there anything that I didn't ask you, or anything that you would have wanted me to ask you to share with everybody listening?
Absolutely, there is. Don't think it can't work.
There you go.
Don't be so jaded or pessimistic by past endeavors not to give your service a try. The people that you have working for you, again, I just have to say, are first class. The meetings that they have set up for me, the contacts. Certainly they're not all going to be at the level of particularly the second estate planning attorney. But nonetheless, it is a marvelous service.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and we're thrilled to have the opportunity to work with and for you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Take care.